Hi everyone, if you could take 2 seconds to like and subscribe, that helped me keep this channel going. Thank you. Hi guys, this is section 7 of the Rules of the Road short video series we've been doing, and this is all about speed limits. So a driver must always be aware of his speed limit and applicable speed limits, taking into account the driving conditions, other road users, current weather conditions, and all possible hazards. Okay, so the maximum speed limit might be 100, but if the driving conditions don't suit that speed, then you don't do it. The 2-second rule. The 2-second rule is about headway. The headway is a space between you and the vehicle in front. If you have 2 seconds to react, then that's usually safe enough. How do you apply the 2-second rule? You look at the vehicle in front of you. When the vehicle in front of you passes a fixed point, such as a lamppost, a tree, or a sign or something, you say only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. You don't say 1, 2, because you can do that in a tenth of a second, 1, 2. You say only a fool breaks the 2-second rule. In wet conditions, you use the 4-second rule, which is the same thing, but you say it twice. Only a fool breaks a 2-second rule. Only a fool breaks a 2-second rule. And that means you have 4 seconds of a gap. Also, you need to keep up the flow of traffic. Otherwise, you can lead to dangerous overtaking, and there's different speed limits at different sections of road. Public road speed limits on motorways is 120, national roads it's 100. On non-national roads, you see this sign, this is a new sign. Lots of thin black lines on a white background, which means 80 kilometers an hour. This is very, very similar to an older sign, which instead of lots of thin black lines is one solid wide black line, which meant 100 kilometers an hour. Our national speed limit applies. So be very careful with those two signs, and below is the normal 50. Local authority speed limits 30, 40, 50, 60. Again, we have this one with the thin black lines, which is 80, 100, and 120. There's a speed camera. I don't see so many of the guys guard with their speed cameras now, but there's a lot of fixed speed cameras around. Speed limits for different vehicles. If your bus is standing passengers, the speed limit is 65 regardless of where you are. It's 80 kilometers for a truck on a national road is the maximum speed. 90 kilometers on a motorway, 80 kilometers an hour if you're pulling a trailer. That includes caravans, but you won't want to be going that fast with a caravan because they catch the wind and they're very light. 80 kilometers an hour for buses on national roads, and 100 kilometers an hour on a dual carriageway or motorway for a single decker bus. Stopping distances vary so much. They used to put in the rules of the road and say at this speed it will take you this long, but that's a nonsense now. If you're driving a 1996 Nissan Micra and I'm driving 2020 Audi A7 series and we hit the brakes at 60 kilometers an hour, the Audi is going to stop a lot quicker than the older vehicle with the older brakes and the older technology. So the stopping distance has really changed. It's dependent on 4 things mostly: perception of time, how long it takes to react, reaction time from you to move your foot to the pedal, vehicle reaction time, and the braking capability of the vehicle you're driving. So there's lots of different variables in stopping distances now. Skidding is when you lose traction. At the end of the day, the only thing between the road and you is the tires. Okay, when the tires lose traction or lose grip on the road, you're going to slide, you're going to skid, because by wet or greasy roads, overloading, worn and improperly inflated tires, mud, leaves, ice, snow, harsh acceleration, sudden braking, or excessive speed. The other thing you need to be very worried about is aquaplaning. Your tires have tread in them, and that tread is to disperse water and liquids. But if you're going so fast that tread can't disperse the liquid, you can get a film of water develop between the tyre and the road, and your vehicle, instead of being in contact with the road, then is on top of that film of water, and that's when you drift to the left or right, and that's called aquaplaning. Okay guys, any questions? You can text me, WhatsApp me, email me, or we can discuss it on the Zoom meeting Friday at 12. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel, and like and subscribing to my channel helps other people like you find them. I'm Leon Clifton.